Hi everybody, my name is Anthony Kladitis. I'm the pastor at Faith Presbyterian Church, and I would like to do something to help pastors to help prepare for something that is really important in all of our lives, and that is officiating funerals. So this is going to be a series that I do here in very short snippets to help you better prepare for these important days. So personally, no one ever trained me to do funerals, so I kind of watched other people and pieced together different things that I've learned. Well, the good news is over 20 years of ministry and earning my doctorate in leadership ministry, I feel I could offer you something that's going to help you in your funeral preparations. So we're going to break this down in several parts, like I just said. The first is going to be preparing for a funeral service. This is going to be the essence of today. So I want to run through some steps that I've learned over the years that I think can help you. And we're going to start with, you're going to be contacted by the funeral director about a week or 3 to 4 days beforehand. When that happens, you're going to have to do several things. The first is obvious. You're going to have to check your calendar to ensure you're available. Once you ensure that the dates align, then you should request contact information for the family and ask for the obituary. Usually the funeral director will send you in a direction of one prominent person in the family, and this is the key. When you contact that person, you're going to ask about family dynamics. For example, is there a family tradition? Is there no family tradition in terms of faith? Is the family divided over any part of the funeral services? You're going to contact the family by phone, and you're going to contact them about a few hours after speaking to the funeral director. But those are some of the questions you're going to want to find out. You're going to want to find out, is there a faith tradition? For example, are they Presbyterian? Are they Baptist? Or was there no faith tradition? You're also going to inquire with the funeral director if there's any kind of dynamics in the family that you should be aware of. Unfortunately, funerals sometimes bring out the worst in people, and it brings to the surface a lot of family issues that you might need to be aware of. So those are the kind of conversations that I would suggest you talk through with the funeral director. Now, once you contact the family, you're going to identify yourself as the minister, and you're going to start asking several questions to get to know about the person that was deceased. You're going to want to know about their background, their work, their hobbies, and anything else that the family may offer. You're also going to want to secure a day and time if they would like to meet with you. Traditionally, in the past, families would often meet with the pastor, but in today's age, sometimes they elect to do a phone call where they are all sitting around and you're able to talk with them, or to do FaceTime. I'm not advocating any one of those, but what I am saying is you need to set a time up to talk with the family to find out these things. During that time, after you gather your information, you're going to want to share with them a little bit about what the service is going to look like, to give them some expectations. So, for example, you're going to have to share with them about how long the service is going to take. You're going to share with them also where their place is going to be in the service. And what I mean by that is, what I always suggest and what I do is I always ask one person or one or two people to go ahead and be the prominent person that's going to share during the service. And I explain to them that I have very limited knowledge and information on the person that was deceased, and I always want to do my best and offer grace in the moment and honor the person that passed away. However, I'm limited in what I know. So I always ask for someone in the family to take the lead role during the service. So when I'm talking with them, I always explain to them about how long the service is going to be, but then I also explain that there will be a time in the service where I will call them forward. So that kind of gives them an idea of what the service is going to look like. Now, during the day of the service, you're going to convey empathy. Remember that this is not a gig for you. It's not just a job. You are there as a important piece in the last part of that person's life. and you want to honor their lives. I always emphasize that this is a calling and a privilege. So when you're meeting with the family, you're doing something that's very therapeutic, and remember that they're voicing memories of their loved ones. So you have to be ready to offer comfort and counsel to the grieving family. Now, once you leave that time, whether you're with them physically or you're doing this over the phone, you're going to have to start allowing yourself time to prepare your eulogy. I would say that eulogy is going to last about, in terms of preparation, you're going to be doing about an hour's worth of work. And when you do that, you're going to want to be personable, but at the same time, you're going to have to be scriptural. So those are some of the different dynamics you're going to have to think about before you officiate a funeral. I hope this helps. Check out part 2 of this message. Part 2 is going to be the day of the service. So everything today was helping you prepare for a funeral, and that is from the time you're contacted by the funeral director to contacting the family to preparing the eulogy. Part 2 is going to be focusing in on what happens the day of the funeral. So stop back for part 2.